You're watching Local 4 Plus. Live in the D is next. You're watching Local 4 Plus. Live in the D is next.
Edition of Live in the D. I'm Tati Amara along with my guest host, Candace Davis-Price, world champion athlete, and it is a wonderful day. Good morning to you,
that
Candace.
energy was everything.
Did you get it? Did you feel it?
It's more than just cookies.
It's more than cookies. Well,
yes.
Today is all about our sponsor, the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. Now, we have taken to the show live to the Michigan Science Center in Detroit, which is one of the partners with the organization. And in this hour, we're going to show you what the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan is all about, from cookies to your community. They are much more than Thin Mints and Samoas, which we love, of course. And we're going to show you why. And best of all, we have a Girl Scout right here. Did y'all know that Candace was a Girl Scout? I did not know this. Candace, what do you have?
Before we knew I could run very fast, I was so lucky to be part of Girl Scouts.
Let's see what's going on.
What's going on? I'm most proud, honestly, of this badge that says 200 plus cookies. That was before QR code, so your girl had to hustle for that.
That's right. That's right. That was door to door, not order online. Very cool. So what do you remember about being in Girl Scouts and how it helped you grow into the phenomenal woman that you are today?
You know, to be honest, it was just, it seems a bit cliche, but being committed and being on time and the reliability. Oh my goodness, my grandmother found that. That's me back there with the antlers. It was a place that you were introduced to new ideas. It was also a place that maybe girls I didn't hang out on the playground because I was usually beating up the boys.
Yep.
That I got to interact with and new ideas.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
And they've reminded me that they're now on digits 8 and 9. I only have 3 digits.
3 digits. She was 403. That's incredible. Well, when you're in Girl Scouts, you get to experience all kinds of things, like what Candace mentions, and that's thanks to partnerships like the one that they have here with the Michigan Science Center. There is plenty to explore here that helps girls learn and grow, which is what the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan is all about. Now, did you know that the Michigan Science Center is a Smithsonian affiliate, and it welcomes more than 250,000 people of all ages come in and get to learn some STEM education in a fun and educational environment. I love this place.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They've also paired up for something special that's happening right here now, cookie science,
right,
which we're going to get into a little bit later.
Yep, because baking is a science.
Yes.
You can't just freestyle it. All right. Now, speaking of cookies, it's also officially cookie booth season, and we're going to see scenes like this all over Detroit and in the metro area where you can purchase your favorite box from local Girl Scouts.
I am looking
Look at
forward
that.
to that. This is a live look at the booth setup at the headquarters of Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan over in Brewery Park Boulevard. April Morton is out there live with the troop, helping them sell cookies during the show until about noon, and we're going to check in with her a little bit later.
That's right. I mean, looking at all of this, I'm wondering, why was I not a Girl Scout when I was a kid?
It sounds like we might know somebody that can get you some honorary stuff.
I think so. We're going to have to work on that. But that does bring us to our Couch Club question for today, and we want to know, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? We know that Thin Mints are a favorite, and so are, Samoas. Definitely people love those as well. So are you a fan, or is there another cookie that tops your list? Candace, what do you like?
I would have to say Samoas. They just hit so differently, but that Thin Mint is refreshing.
It is refreshing. So are you one of the people who puts them in the freezer? Remember that trick?
Guilty.
There you go.
And that's a great place to hide them if you don't want other people dumping into your
Isn't
cookies.
that the truth? Hide your Girl Scout cookies in the freezer.
Yes.
All right. Now, remember, if you want to be a part of our Couch Club, how do they do it?
You got to scan that QR code on your screen or go to clickondetroit.com/club Couch Club. We will share all of your answers. Well, many of them. There's probably going to be an overwhelming response at the end of the show.
That's for sure. That's for sure. All righty.
So as we go through the show, we are going to work on some badges. And what better way to start with the Public Speaking Cadet Speaker Badge?
Tell me about it.
I know. Could you get, I mean, you doing it.
I'm going to see what I can do, but I'm going to give myself a plug. But people often think about cookies when they think about the Girl Scouts, but this organization goes way beyond Thin Mints and Do-si-dos, and their impact in our community has been felt for years.
To help us with that public speaker badge, we welcome the CEO of the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan, Monica Woodson. Thank you so much for being with us today, and let's get started about the impact that the Girl Scouts have.
Well, thank you so much for having me, first of all. And I have to say, Adventureful is our best cookie. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's the new one.
She's like that, and that's my Couch Club answer. Yes, yes.
So can you give us some idea about the organization and how people can get involved?
So we're right now just under 21,000 members. We have 13,600 girls, and we have 7,100 adult members. So those numbers are ticking up every day. If you'd like to volunteer or if you'd like to join, you can go to our website. Volunteers can go to GSSEM.org/volunteers, and they can sign up to volunteer. All you have to do is have a willingness to volunteer, be able to pass a background check, and a willingness to come and hang out with girls. And there's a variety of ways that you can do that.
That is very cool. Now, I'm kind of feeling like I missed out on something in my childhood every time I'm around the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. But in your own words, what's the mission of your organization?
So everyone knows our mission is building girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. But our mission is really to go beyond that and help girls envision themselves in a space that goes beyond what they and society believe is possible. We're also about creating experiences for girls that will allow them to enjoy things that they may not be exposed to were it not for Girl Scouts.
So you just talked about that experiences. So let's talk about some of the partnerships that you have right here in this electrifying place at the Michigan Science Center. Why is it so important to helping your organization succeed?
Partnerships are key, right? They are key. We cannot do this alone. And the Michigan Science Center is an especially great partnership because, it's just a cool place, first of all.
Totally cool.
But when you look at the things that they're offering here, they allow, once again, young people to go beyond what they would normally do in a day and come down here and just explore new career opportunities. We have a vast number of partners and partnerships, but this one really helps us to take, particularly on the science side, it helps us to take those partnerships to a different level.
That is awesome and such an incredible experience for these young women. Now, we always hear about cookies, but give everyone an idea of some of the other things that young Girl Scouts experience.
Well, you're going to meet some of them today, but our girls are winning robotics championships. Our girls are flying drones. Wow. Our girls are driving trucks. Our girls are partnering with the Michigan Women's Commission through a partnership called Democracy in Me, where they are learning to have a voice in a public policy space, to advocate on behalf of themselves and their communities. Our partnerships, we're working daily to expand those types of partnerships, but and life skills, right? Girls are learning incredible gifts and talents through the work and the partnerships that we have through this mission.
All right. Now, many people know about badges, but something that they may not be familiar with is the Young Woman of Distinction honor. What is special about this particular distinction?
So the Young Woman of Distinction is an honor bestowed on a Girl Scout Gold Award winner whose project goes even above and beyond. It's a project that is designed to have meaningful, sustainable, impact in their communities, and so that goes beyond the initial work that they do with their Gold Award.
All right. So tell us about Nisha Singh, who won the 2023 GSSEM Young Woman of Distinction. And I did hear correctly that she actually got legislation passed.
She did. Nisha is incredible. Nisha is incredible. So Nisha identified a problem, an environmental challenge with balloons release and litter in communities, and she worked with legislators. She worked with the Bloomfield City Commission, and she worked with the International Academy in Bloomfield Hills. And they, through the legislative work that she did, have now instituted a policy where they do not do balloon litter or release in their communities because of the environmental impact.
I feel like I need to get my life together.
Yes.
Shout out to Nisha. No, seriously. Okay.
We know somebody. We will get you right.
We should also mention a Gold Award Girl Scout who received national recognition. Tell us about this fine young woman.
Haley Whitmore. We love our Haley. So Haley is actually one of the only national Gold Award winner from Michigan that we're aware of in recent years. So that's a huge honor. Haley stays connected to GSSEM, and she really attributes a lot of her career successes today to her experiences in Girl Scouting.
That's awesome.
This
Monica,
is remarkable.
Isn't it all remarkable?
We need to get involved. We get
Seriously.
that public speaking badge.
We need an honorary. Well, you too. All right, Monica, thank you so much for helping us get this show started.
You.
And we are going to get more of an overview of our organization, and we're going to be talking with you a little bit later on. We're going to circle back, so please don't go too far.
Looking forward to
this
it.
This is going to be great. Thank you again. All right, still ahead, we're going to dive into the experiences Girl Scouts can have when they join the organization. Look at this, y'all. How about scuba diving?
Sign me up.
Yes. Plus, you'll learn how volunteers are making this happen. That's after the break.
And up next, flexing their brain power and programming robots. We have a live demonstration from Girl Scouts who are using their troop experience to learn all about coding and construction. I can't wait to see that side.
They're too cool for me. Yay!
Today's Live in the D is sponsored in part by Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. Find moments of joy in every box of Girl Scout cookies.
Welcome back to this very special edition of Live in the D. And now it's time to get into some of the fun. We are talking about the robotics badge, which can be done in many different ways. But here to tell us more about what they do with their robotics program is troop leader and team coach Christina Courtney and Girl Scouts Jenna Courtney and Mylyn McJennick. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Good
Yes,
morning, good
this is
morning.
exciting, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Jenna and Mylyn are going to demonstrate for us in just a moment. But Christina, tell us about the programming and what it teaches the girls.
So the programming goes ahead and teaches the girls about all of the stuff that robots can do throughout like their years of when they get into older and how it can help people into solving issues and problems.
So do they have fun doing this? Sometimes I saw even with the demo, sometimes it's not going so perfect, but do they have fun?
They do have fun. Sometimes it does go ahead and create a little frustration with
Right.
them if the robot isn't doing what they want, and then they have to try to figure out how we can go ahead and fix it and how we can make it run smoothly and run right.
Problem solving.
That's what it's all about. Now, Jenna, tell us about the robots that we have here.
So the robot's name is Junior Whopper. It took us a while just to get Junior Whopper because we got all the builds, but we didn't get the robot in time for the competition. But it took us a while to program the robot, and just to do 3 tasks, it took 8 hours to do it.
And you stuck with it the whole 8 hours.
Yeah.
That is very impressive. Now, Mylyn, what are some of the challenges that you faced when you were programming the robot and making it work?
We got all the missions done, but then some of them were difficult to build because there were a few pieces missing from a few of them. So then we had to find the pieces in the extra bin, and then what's it called? The missions were hard to build, and then when we got here, we realized that the program was gone from the computer because we didn't save it.
Oh, boy.
We all know how that
We
works.
all know, all the adults know what that feels like. You put all this work into something and you forgot to hit save. But show us what it can do. How does this work?
So how does it work?
So basically what we're doing is we're trying to get the middle up to the blue, which will give us 30 points. And then we're going to do the purple one, which if we get it all the way down, 20 points. And then we're going to do the blue, which we have to get it open to where you can see the guy in the middle.
This is very, very impressive. Very
Yes,
impressive.
It is. So, Christina, as a coach, what do you get out of working with these girls in this capacity?
It's just the joy of them being able to go ahead and like build something, and it's an accomplishment to them that they actually took the time and built it, and it expands their minds
For sure.
on what they can do, because a lot of these girls sit here and they say, I can't do this, I don't think I'm capable of it.
It's too hard.
Yeah, it can be hard, but we just tell them you got to stick with it and just keep on trying, and things will work out. As you can see, like it's really hard to just try to get it to what they want it to do.
Well, just building the Lego set for me would be hard.
That's right. I'm telling you. I'm
Yes.
telling you. This is very, very impressive. And of course, we want to take a moment to give a shout out to the Gearbox girls, the Farmington Girl Scout Robotics Team 35450. The 6th girl team is composed of 5th and 6th graders from Farmington STEAM Academy. Come on, and Mount Fabian. And after placing second in the state finals in 2023, the team is gearing up for national competition in the Western Edge Open, a first Lego League competition held May 31st through June 2nd in Long Beach, California. Come on, girls. I know you got some energy here. Come on. This is a lot of brain power in this place today. This is awesome. To all of you guys, thank you so much
you
for
so
chatting
much.
with us.
Thank you.
You
We're
guys
happy
are
to
so
be
impressive. All right, coming up next on Live in the D, you're used to having the cookies delivered to you or buying them at a booth, but we're going to show you everything that happens before they end up in your pantry. Let me tell you, it's a big feat, and in some cases, it all starts with a U-Haul.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
As we head to break, we have a little trivia for you about the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. In 2023, the top-selling Girl Scout in Southeastern Michigan sold how many boxes of Girl Scout cookies? Tati? A, more than 8,000. B, more than 9,000. And C, how many?
C, more than 10,000, or D, more than 11,000.
Wow, we will have that answer for you when we
That's
come
right.
back.
I'm just going to ask Jenna and Maylin.
They might have
Maybe
the
know the
inside.
answer. Welcome back to Live in the D, everyone. Today is sponsored by the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. Now, before the break, we asked, in 2023, the top-selling Girl Scout sold how many boxes of Girl Scout cookies? The correct answer is C.
Wow.
More than 10,000. In fact, it was 10,331.
Put some respect on my number.
100%.
Wow, that's incredible. We know when you hear Girl Scouts, these are the first things that come to mind, boxes of cookies. But before the cookies hit your pantry, there's a mountain of work that is done by girls, troops, leaders, and volunteers to deliver those Thin Mints and Samoas.
That's right. Now, time to work on that senior cookie boss badge. April Morton head out to follow the boxes on their journey from the U-Haul truck to the troops. Check it out.
Meet 12-year-old Ellie. She holds a pretty amazing record when it comes to her selling abilities.
Last year I sold about 7,000 Girl Scout cookies.
That is quite impressive in what she sold individually. But as a troop, their leader and Ellie's mom said they didn't do too bad overall.
Last year we sold 27,000 boxes of cookies, so that was well over $100,000.
And she says this was done with just 12 girls, averaging about 2,000 boxes per girl.
They work really well together as a team, doing many booths over and over, and they work so hard.
But that hard work is just the final step before the cookies head to someone's pantry. Prior to this, well, let's say it's no easy task.
We had 13,000 on the truck today.
That's 13,000 boxes of cookies, which Michelle said is only for her troop, which has 9 girls this year. Last week was cookie pickup day, and due to this large order, Michelle had to rent a large U-Haul truck.
After we picked up the U-Haul, we went to the Girl Scout White Lake Center, and they had like a semi truck there, and we just from there, like all those the semi guys started like lifting these pallets of Girl Scout cookies into the U-Haul,
which took about an hour. Remember, this troop has 13,000 boxes of cookies they intend on selling. Next is one of 3 stops to other troop leaders' homes. Yep, things shipped in transit. Here the cookies are sorted. This is all done by families of the troops.
We worked together to take them all off the truck, and then today we went back on the truck, and now we're going back off the truck.
Usually this is done with only the parents, but Ellie is helping out this year and learning about the process. The first stop took about an hour as well. Now off to the second troop leader home, but a quick stop for lunch first. This is a lot of work. Trust me, I know after lending a hand, but in the end, it all pays off.
We have this pot of money that now we get to go on big adventures with and, do crazy wild things, and it won't cost our families anything.
Last year we went to Pigeon Forge. It was really fun. We got to go whitewater rafting, ziplining. It was pretty good.
She says giving up weekends during the season to sell cookies, even when it's freezing outside, is so worth it and goes beyond the cookie, even though they're great.
It's like a door that opens it opens so many possibilities to so many girls, and that's why I love Girl Scout cookies.
Get it, girl.
Go
That's
ahead.
so impressive.
Standing on business.
That's right. Here's another cookie badge that you can earn. The My Cookie Business Resume Badge. That looks very impressive. So let's work on this and head out live to a booth where April is helping with some of the day's sales today. Good morning, April.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. When you see all the work that's put into that, it makes you appreciate these boxes a little bit more, right? So these ladies here have been working all morning. They've been working so hard, and we're going to talk to them in just a bit. But right now, I am joined by Amanda Thomas here with the Girl Scouts. Good morning.
Good morning.
So a very busy morning already.
Absolutely, yes. So we're off to a busy start, and we have this cookie booth here, but we also have 600 other cookie selling locations around Metro Detroit today. So we'll have thousands of Girl Scouts out for the very first day of selling cookies to the public.
I love it. And these ladies have been so busy at work. They have customers right now as we speak. There's been people coming through all morning long, and they've been doing their thing. I love this. So we already talked about how much work goes into this, Amanda. How many man hours would you say actually goes into selling cookies every weekend?
Oh, I would say hundreds of hours from our volunteers that help pick up the cookies and get them where they need to go, our parents that help set up the cookie booths, and then of course our girls that are out actually selling cookies to our customers. So it all adds up to a lot of hard work.
I love it. I really appreciate that hard work. So right now we're speaking with, tell me your name.
Grace.
Hi, Grace. Good morning. So how long have you been a Girl Scout?
For 5 years.
5 years. That's a pretty long time. So you're out here selling cookies, doing what you do best. What do you enjoy best about selling cookies?
What I enjoy best about selling cookies is seeing the customers' faces when they walk off with all their boxes of cookies.
Do their faces look a little bit like this?
Yeah.
You can't help but to have a smile on your face when you're buying Girl Scout cookies, and especially when you see your pretty smiling face. Thank you so much for being out here, and I'm going to let you get back to work. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Tell us your name.
Gabriella.
Gabriella, how long have you been a Girl Scout?
4 years.
4 years. So I heard that you all don't only take cash. So if someone says, okay, I don't have any cash, is that an excuse?
No.
No. So what form of payments do you take?
Card.
You take cards?
Yeah.
All right, we heard that. They take credit cards, so there is no excuse. Thank you so much. All right, so customers, I'm telling you guys, they've been coming through all morning here, and these girls are really hard at work. And you know what? There's a reason why they're getting so many sales. These ladies have a really good sales pitch. Ladies, are you ready to tell us your pitch? Yeah. All right, so 3, 2, 1.
5 for $25.
5 for $25. Can't beat that.
I absolutely love
April,
that.
thank you so much. That would get me to buy 5 for 25.
I love
All right,
that.
that's so cool.
Exactly,
Thank you.
right?
Now here's another. Here's another cookie badge to consider, the innovative badge that's all about finding unique ways to connect with its customers and sell cookies.
That's right. Now, here's one way to have a connection with your cookie. Have you ever wondered what kind of cookie you are?
Absolutely.
Well, we wondered and we found out.
Go to the website gssem.org/cookie quiz and you can discover your Girl Scout cookie. Personality by answering questions about your personality, activities you enjoy, and you can learn about the cookie that best describes you.
That's right. So here are our cookies. I apparently am a Thin Mint.
I can see that. You are refreshing.
That's what they say. So the Thin Mint is described in part as someone who effortlessly finds joy in little things. Yes, that means I crack myself up, which I do. And you care for others, and I am an incredible friend, which, yes, I am.
Agreed.
Yes, so I'm a Thin Mint.
I agree.
How about you?
Yes. I was an adventureful. Surprise, right? Described in part as someone who is bold and brave and fearless, embracing your uniqueness with confidence in every step you take.
That's you.
Oh my gosh.
That's you.
That is. This is us.
It is.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cookie cheers. As part of their partnership with My Side, there's something special happening here that's all about the science behind cookies. Because baking is, in fact, a science. It's not something you don't freestyle this, okay? So joining us now to explain more is Angela Kavanaugh, Public Programs Manager with My Side. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
It is our pleasure. This is so exciting.
Yes. I can't wait to take a bite of this, which I am.
Yeah,
You're
go
gonna
for it.
so you're gonna walk us through Cookie Nightmares?
Yes.
Which talks about the science of cookies. Explain to us what that is.
Absolutely. So this is an activity that we have when the Girl Scouts are here selling cookies for all of our guests to try. And it's really about what can go wrong in your cookie recipes. So up here we have the 5 sort of basic ingredients to a very standard cookie recipe that contribute more to the structure of the cookie than the flavor. So right here up front, we have the cookies that were baked just right. You can see they're nice and golden brown. They look chewy and delicious. But if we move over here, we're going to look at these cookies in the middle first. One of these
right here.
cookies, these 2 right here.
These 2, okay.
One of those cookies has too much flour, and the other one does not have enough. Would you like to take a guess which is which?
One has too much, one doesn't have enough.
Too much?
Too
Not
much.
enough. We're in.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
You got it correct. You all are baking chemist masters.
Sort of.
So as you can see, this one has way too much structure. It would be a very dense and cakey cookie. And this one over here really fell flat, and it burned a little bit around the edges because it didn't have that structure.
Okay.
So even if you're at home and you're baking and you're messing around in the kitchen, you are doing science, and that's so important. We really want people to come here, experience things like this, and go home and see themselves as scientists.
I am a scientist in the kitchen.
So I
You
can
are.
burn my cookies behind closed doors.
There you go. So talk to us about the importance of doing things like this to incorporate science into real life situations and to show that science is fun.
Absolutely. So here at the Michigan Science Center, our mission is really to put you at the center of science. We want every single person that comes into this building to really feel like they are a scientist themselves and that they can aspire to do the things that astronauts are doing and chemists are doing and all of those scientists who are doing engineering jobs at all the motor companies here in Detroit as well. We really want to sort of be the inspiration point for that and be a place where people can learn about science and feel like they're really at home.
So not only is science cool, you're saying it tastes good too, right?
Sure
ahead.
does. That's the best kind of experiment, in
Go
my
ahead.
opinion.
So what do you say?
Sophisticated with the sea salt?
Do you think
I'm a
they
bit
followed the
surprised.
recipe and the chemistry?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I'll leave that up to
You'll
you.
have to eat more
I will.
to come up with the right answer. No, this is very, very cool. So what is the Science Center open for people to come down and check this out for themselves?
Yes, so we will be doing this activity the next 2 weekends, Saturday and Sunday, but the Science Center is open from Tuesday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Listen, cookies are science. Come on, kids.
There we go.
You can be excited about this. There's nothing wrong with that. This is cool.
This is.
All right. Coming, yeah.
No. It's a cookie. It's got me
It's
innovative.
a cookie, yes.
Next on Live in the D, into an experience with the Girl Scouts that's run by a volunteer and takes them to depths they've never explored before.
Yes, look at that. I'm signing up for that one.
If there is one thing our sponsors, Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan, prides itself on, it's the volunteers that help with all kinds of experiences for the Scouts.
That's right. Now, here's one for you. Have you ever gone scuba diving? That's right, scuba diving. For some Scouts, they got their first chance to dive in and learn firsthand what it's like to explore depths they've never been to before. This is cool.
This is. I'm definitely jealous.
Yeah.
April caught up with the Scouts when they traveled to Flint to scuba dive.
On a chilly Saturday morning in February, these young ladies are learning to scuba dive. No, not for a swim club or dive team, but as part of a Girl Scouts activity.
Well, this is called the Try Scuba program, and the Girl Scouts are invited here for a 1-hour lesson. They learn the safety and learn about the equipment associated with scuba diving. Then they actually get to get into the pool with trained instructors and put all of those new skills into action.
Before the girls went into action, they had to gear up, something they said was not as easy as it looked.
It was kind of heavy. It was like a backpack with a bunch of stuff.
But going underwater, she said, kind of lessened the load, although that was a bit challenging at first.
It makes your ears feel like they're about to explode.
If you go deep enough, your ears feel like they're going to fall off a little bit.
But none of that stopped these brave girls from completing their task, and that's what Girl Scouts are all about.
The Girl Scouts are about trying new things. The Girl Scouts are about life experiences, life skills, building their confidence, getting them just bold enough to try new things.
And Julie says the community comes together to help the girls encompass all of these great opportunities, like the dive shop in Flint.
I think it's pretty cool, to be able to show somebody what we get to go see and do. Yep, it's a pool, but just the opportunity maybe after that, and things you can do above and beyond.
Not only do spaces in Southeast Michigan offer cool events like this to the Scouts at a discounted rate, organizers volunteer their time, something Julie says is very important to the Scout success.
There are numerous ways that you can volunteer with Girl Scouts, and we need you.
So that the girls can keep accomplishing these wonderful things and add another badge of honor.
It makes more girls want to stay in Girl Scouts.
It feels like you really have accomplished something, not like, oh, you did this. Here, you get a small little prize.
I'm definitely jealous of those kids. But we saw,
and April.
I'm telling you, we saw in that story how volunteers can truly make a difference with the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan, and it can go beyond being a troop leader. We want to welcome back CEO Monica Woodson to talk about this. And joining us now is a volunteer with the Girl Scouts, Coco Mulder. And Coco is not just any volunteer. Last year, she was awarded the Girl Scouts of the USA Volunteer National Award. National Award. Respect.
Yes.
Thank you so much. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
This is wonderful. So, Monica, let's start with you by sharing the importance of your volunteers and how they help them with the programs.
Well, volunteers really are the life's blood of this organization. They help us deliver this mission. And Coco is an example of one of the many, many fantastic volunteers that we have. But as a caring adult who wants to impart wisdom and spend time with young girls, you can't beat that. And we are just so very grateful to all of the work that they do, because I'll be honest, it's not always easy. Right. And there are times when things are time consuming. And so we are grateful to these volunteers that we have.
For sure. So, Coco, what motivated you to volunteer with the Girl Scouts?
Well, you got to have a girl in order to be a Girl Scout volunteer. So my daughter is my inspiration. She wanted to be a Girl Scout, and nobody in her school wanted to volunteer. And so I got volunteered to go and become a Girl Scout troop leader. And so that's how I became a volunteer with the Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan.
All right, so not only are you a volunteer, you won an award, you're also a super mom because you made it happen for your daughter. Now, you received that national award for your volunteer work. What do you get out of the experience?
Oh, we get, our job is to motivate young women. Our job is to motivate our moms. As you said, it is a lifelong opportunity to just get together with your daughter and have her experience things that she probably never would do in her regular school day. And so Girl Scouts offers our girls opportunities that they would not get otherwise. So I enjoy giving our girls every opportunity, like scuba diving, horseback riding, whatever you want. Girl Scouts will answer and give the girls that opportunity.
That's awesome. So what would you say to someone that's considering volunteering? It might seem like a lot of a commitment, but you seem like you've got a lot of fulfillment out of it.
I think if you're considering being a volunteer with Girl Scouts, you really have to look at yourself and what you want to do for young women, because eventually you are the example for them. And so as a mom, I set the bar for my girls. I set the bar for my troop moms. I set the bar for the girls to be what the Girl Scouts designed it to be, is the Girl Scout way. And that means doing everything that you can to encourage, to be confident. All those things are Girl Scouts.
And to lift them up. So Monica, what are the steps that people need to take if they're interested in being a volunteer?
Visit our website, gssem.org/volunteer. Fill out the information request form, and someone on our team will circle back and connect you immediately. All you have to do, again, is have a desire to serve and to be able to pass a background check. We have a talented team of volunteer. We have a whole volunteer division designed specifically to support our volunteers in this work, and they take I hope they take very good care of our. They do a fantastic job of taking care of our volunteers.
Most definitely. So really quickly, let's also touch on business support for Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. This is key for your organization. How can businesses get in touch with you to support?
Business support is vital, and it's not just from a financial perspective, although that is incredibly important. But we have a lot of corporate partners who donate who not only give their time and their treasure, but also their talent. We have corporate partners who will come in and facilitate programs and workshops with young people, and they, again, providing that exposure to young people that they might not get in their regular day. We have corporate titans who come and spend a Saturday with young girls. It's a fantastic thing to say.
That's incredible. That's incredible that you can make it happen. Well, if you're interested in volunteering with the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan, you can find more information by going to this website, gssem.org/volunteer. And still ahead, a brand new partnership that's exposing the Scouts to state and national champions in a sport that flexes your brain power and stays with you for life. That's after the break.
Sign me up. And let's check out our last trivia question of the day. How many adult members does the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan have? A, more than 3,000, B, more than 4,000, or C, more than 5,000, or D, more than 6,000? The answer when we come back.
Today's Live in the D is sponsored in part by Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan. Find moments of joy in every box of Girl Scout cookies.
Before the break, we asked how many adult memberships does the Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan have? If you answered D, more than 6,000, you are correct. Tati.
That's incredible.
Wowzers.
That is wowzers indeed. So in 2023, more than 6,332 volunteers completed 92 training courses.
Tati.
It's dedication.
Wowzers.
Dedication.
Yes.
All right, well, now for something new with the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan, a chance to learn chess from a Detroit club that has award-winning players from over a span of 20 years of playing.
Impressive. Let's go back to April, who just learned firsthand just how smart these scouts really are.
Well, now we know the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan are learning to scuba dive, go on amazing adventures, and a single troop can sell thousands of cookie boxes in just one season. But that's not all.
I got recruited to be a Girl Scout for this purpose.
And 10-year-old Windsor said that purpose was not to sell cookies, but bring her amazing talent for the game of chess to the Scouts. Gaining a love for the game in the first grade, Windsor has been going non-stop, and she's pretty good at it.
I've played in tournaments for my team. I've gone to individual tournaments. I've played in quite a lot.
She says that's all thanks to the Detroit Chess Club, an organization that's working to bring the game to youth in the city, and just recently began exposing the Girl Scouts to the sport, and the girls are embracing it.
They come from all over the metropolitan area, probably about 6 cities: Royal Oak, Rochester Hills, Detroit, Southfield, Dearborn, all over.
And they meet up here at the Girl Scouts of Southeast Michigan Detroit office once a month for a lesson in chess. Teaching this skill is a community effort.
People are used to checkers, not necessarily chess.
And Lauren Bradford, known as Coach Lauren, is hoping to change that. She's played the game since age 6 and have mastered it, winning tournaments and competing all over the country. She says it's important for other girls to learn this skill. So when she's not studying at MSU, she's volunteering here and says the girls are benefiting from much more than just chess.
Some of them don't go to the same schools, so they're meeting people from different backgrounds and they're bonding over chess. So I think that's amazing.
Bonding over chess and hopefully changing some statistics at the same time.
I think in the U.S. there's only 12% of the girls that's part of the United States Chess Federation. So we're aiming to change that a little bit at a time.
And that change, he says, starts here with girls like Windsor, who helped me out with a few basic moves.
Well, a really basic move would be E4.
E4? Okay. So would I go forward like that?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
That's E5.
That's E5?
Well, the main thing you would really go for is developing your pieces to try and castle your king, so he's not just left out there.
Well, after about 10 minutes of me making the wrong moves, I just didn't get it. So thanks, Windsor. I'll leave the game of critical thinking to you and these other amazing Girl Scouts.
I just love seeing the kids having a good time and learning an incredible life skill all at the same time. All right, stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back to look at which Girl Scout cookies you say are your favorites. We're going to find out after the break. Monday on Live in the D, I'm going to hook you up with some bling at a price that shines, baby. I'm talking crystal earrings set in gold that may normally cost $215. See the price that you can get them for Monday on Live in the D. All right, friends, we've been having such a good time. But before we go, let's take a look at some of your answers to our Couch Club question today. We asked, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? And here is what you had to say. All right, Julie from Port Huron said tagalongs and Thin Mints. Can't wait to find some GS, as in Girl Scouts, selling them. Who else do we have out there?
Kim in Southfield, favorite Girl Scout cookie is a Trefoils. Ooh, those hit.
You know what? Can I just shout out the Girl Scouts for having a gluten-free cookie? I appreciate
shout 'em
y'all.
out, yes.
Since I can't have regular cookies anymore. And Elizabeth said, I love the Samoas and my mom loves the Thin Mints.
I'm with you, Elizabeth.
Yes. Let's see, do we have another one?
Lisa in Rochester, Thin Mints, especially when you eat them right out of the freezer.
I'm telling you.
That's my girl, Lisa.
Candace said you freeze them for enjoyment and to hide them from your other family members. We love it. And Patricia said, Do-si-dos. Very cool. I mean, you can't go wrong. This is like a tradition in our country.
There's a
Girl
countdown
Scout
for
cookie
this.
season comes, and you got to get your Girl Scout cookies. Am I right, girls? Yes! This is what I'm talking about. Once again, we want to thank our sponsor, the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan, for today's show. Volunteer and make a difference in these girls' lives. This is so cool. Did you guys have fun? I did. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We'll see you Monday at 11 a.m. Keep it right here for Local 4 News at noon. Have a great weekend, everyone. Yay!